Hi, what I'm about to say might shock you, but still, listen. I went to different car dealers to look at some new cars, but it was so hard. I saw all the new cars and imagined myself driving them, according to my many dreams and aspirations. But there was just one problem: my taste in cars. My appetite for luxurious cars were more than what my stomach could handle, financially, that is. And with careful tasting, I finally found the right car. Now, I did my tasting according to my bank account and found the right flavor car for my current lifestyle. I realized that my taste in cars should not match the lifestyle I aspire to live, but should match the lifestyle I currently live. Many times we make the mistake by forcing our dreams to come through, which ends up being a nightmare. How many times have you driven out a car dealer with a brand new car only to regret it the next day when you think about the insurance and you think about the car payments? And the woos and the wows for buying a new car, that only lasts for about a week. Not to mention, you know you can't afford to leave your inhumane job.
Cut that trash in 1 hour.
And you better not get fired. You better stay on that job
This is not what I pay for.
and be polite,
And to do anything right.
even to the most disrespectful customer.
And I tell you, man.
If you can't afford it, just don't fake it. How would it look if you drove a Bugatti but you live in the projects? In 2016, I drove out a car dealer with a brand new 2016 car. The next day, my heart was so heavy. I was trapped and I became a slave to the car and my job. I looked to the right, I looked to the left, but there was no help. I finally realized that, look, I was the one that signed that contract and I had to give it up. I eventually turned in the car and had to rebuild credit. But get this, nothing is wrong with buying a cheap car. Recently, just the other day, my car that I had got totaled. So it was time to buy another car. And guess what I chose to buy? A 1999 Ford Taurus wagon. It was one of the best choices I ever made when it comes to buying a car. It was an 8-seater, plenty of room, insurance was super low, I had no car payments. My family was super excited, and guess what? It only cost me $1,400 with 164,000 miles on it when I first bought it. It was a little stained, but it drove very smooth. I went to work telling the exciting news about my super old new car, and they thought I was crazy. But that car treated me and my family very well. And here's the crazy thing: new cars had to follow the same rules my old car did. They had nothing on me. They both depreciated, and even if a new car could accelerate it at 200 miles per hour in 5 seconds, it still had to drive the same speed limit I had to drive while I was on the road. My old car was paid for, while some other new car, they were still being repoed by bill collectors. I could quit my job at any time I wanted, and I was not chained down. I slept peacefully at nights. And while I'm definitely not a fan of financing stuff, worst case scenario, I would finance a house instead of a car because car value depreciates while house value appreciates in most cases. Now, if I choose not to keep the house, I could always sell it for more money than I paid for it. Now, don't get me wrong. Buying a new car is not bad. Just make sure that you can afford it. That's it. Just make sure you can afford it. Now, you may be saying that you want something that is more reliable. That is understandable. But is it worth the constant 7 years car payment headache followed by exorbitant insurance prices? And you cannot miss a payment. If you miss a payment, they shall come for that car like a thief in the night. When you break your car purchase contract, you become paranoid. You start hiding the car every single day, and now you've become a thief because you are not paying for the car, but you want to keep the car. Now, you may also be reasoning that the money paid in fixing and maintaining the old car is equal or more to the car payment for the new car. That is not always true. Plus, it is better to pay a small amount to fix the old car every 8 months or so if it breaks down and not be bound by a monthly payment with high cost and high costly insurance every month. And those amounts may be worse if your credit and driving record was not good at the time of purchase. And even if your credit improved after the purchase for that car, the amount for the car will not change. You are bound for 7 years because if you can't pay for those months, you will be hiding cars every day, every night, sleepless nights. Look at it this way. The average person who makes, say, $500 every 2 weeks with rent, utilities, insurance, and children to feed and maintain, they might find it easier to fix an old jalopy every 3 months for $200 than it would be for them to pay $400 every month for a new car, excluding car insurance, which is usually close to the car payment. The system almost seems like a scam. Hello? Hello? Congratulations. You are the winner of the lottery $1,000,000. What? I don't even play the lottery. Hello? Hello? It tries to get you to pay out more money to insure the vehicle and get little money when there is an accident. And woe to you if they say it is totaled. Think about it. Insurance is mandatory if you own a car. You sign to pay thousands of dollars for the car. The minute you drive off the lot, your car value drops and continues to drop. But you are making the same car value payment as you agreed to the first day. Now that is understandable because you are using the car and it is being worn down. But the value drops much faster than how the car gets worn out. That is ridiculous. Plus, your car insurance cost does not drop to match the value of your car. And even if it did, it is not dropped by much after a few years. Here's the worst thing. If your car gets a little hit, insurance can total it based on technicalities, which means they can now pay you the little money that your car is worth because your car has been depreciating the day you drove off the car lot.
I got you to do it. You have to be faster than that.
Now, you're stuck with the little money that they pay you whenever they feel like. Now, you lost the car you thought was a huge investment on the basis of not wanting to constantly be paying to fix old cars. Plus, insurance took your new car that was total because you didn't know that you could keep it because they won't tell you that. They want it so that they can sell it as parts to other companies for higher money. And even if you were to get back your total car, it would not be very useful to you because chances are you don't have the links to sell parts to high paying companies as the insurance would. Car parts, get the car parts here. Car parts for sale, car parts, get the car parts here. This is my point. If you buy a new car, the likeliness of you losing money quicker is very, very high. If you buy an old car, the likeliness of you saving money is almost more very sure when compared to buying a new car. It is cool to have a new car, but if your taste buds for a car does not match your bank account, do not taste it. You might just start gagging. Now, if you truly want to buy a new car, this is my advice. Save up. Save up the money, and if save up the money to a point where you can make a reasonable car payment that every month that is matching your paycheck for the month. Hello again. Thanks for watching Givarate, where we give our rate through encouragement, words, and deeds. We encourage service providers to give through their businesses, and we also encourage customers to give their honest prices so that each one helps one. Visit www.givarate.com, where Givarate allows customers to give their own prices for any basic service and gives service providers the opportunity to accept those prices. Sign up now for free. Again, it's www.givarate.com. Thank you.